Want to know what I think about this game right here, Mortal Kombat 11, from a casual gamer's perspective? Find out in this video. What's up everybody, this is Brian from HappyFunnyGaming, and if you want to know more about tips, tricks, just gaming in general, news, please like and subscribe below, and also product reviews. I'm going to review this game right here, Mortal Kombat 11. This game has been out for a couple months now, and it's already on its third season of Combat League. And I've been playing this game extensively to give you guys my honest review on this game. Yes, I am a Mortal Kombat fan. This is like my shirt. This is actually my first fatality back in the 90s. Been playing Mortal Kombat for so long. Been buying their products for so long. And since this is a review, this is my honest review. And I could tell you that, you know, some of their products were crap, but I still bought them anyways just to try them out because I'm a fighting game fan. Mortal Kombat's been coming out with multiple games ever since Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 4, and I think it started to deteriorate after Mortal Kombat 4. They really didn't get a good grasp of fighting after Mortal Kombat 3. They started getting it back a little bit when Deadly Alliance came out, I think it was, or Armageddon, but still they kind of lost their flavor. And I stopped playing. I started playing consistently in this game. Not until Mortal Kombat 9 has brought the fire. I remember Street Fighter 4 came out and they brought the old school hits to it, the nostalgia feeling, and Mortal Kombat was in hot pursuit of that in Mortal Kombat 9. I had so much fun with Mortal Kombat 9. I remember I was playing it a little bit too much, playing online, getting my butt beat online, but also kicking butt too. I was actually in the top 100. Hell yeah! Played Mortal Kombat 9 to the fullest. When Mortal Kombat 10 came out, my life changed actually, so I couldn't really play. I ended up getting better work, a family, all this other stuff that wouldn't let me play to the fullest for Mortal Kombat 10. But Mortal Kombat 10 is a great game, but it had stuff to work on. Finally, Mortal Kombat 11 came out. In my honest opinion, this game is freaking awesome, and I'm comparing it to other fighting games today. And the reason why I think it's awesome is because it gives so much fanfare. They put a lot of hard work into it. I always hated feeling gypped whenever I bought like a fighting game, even though the system was good. I always just felt gypped with the extras, all the stuff that you could do. Street Fighter 5. You know, I would always buy the fighting games because I'm a fighting game fan. But my attention span would never, ever hold up. I would go to the next fighting game again and go to the next fighting game. However, I've been playing this game for months. Ever since it came out, it kept my attention, it kept me going. And let me tell you the reasons why. First, it's proudly made in the USA. USA! 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 I'm kidding. Japan makes some good games too, somewhat. Also, they give a lot of hard work and effort to this game. From the extras, the character development, the story, all this other stuff, and I'll explain to you in detail. Now in this game, to start with, you have 25 characters to choose from, all different, all unique, and some of them do give the nostalgia feeling. Plus there's additional DLC, which I got the premium edition, and I always think that NetherRealm does a good job of giving like extra characters. When I played Injustice 2, they gave great characters. After the 25, I got Nightwolf, and it was already announced that Spawn, Sindel, Terminator, and I hope there's so much more. NetherRealm does great in how the graphics look. Let me tell you this one, it looks really, I don't know if it's photorealistic, but it really does look like Pixar animation, and I think this is the best looking game. Aside from Injustice 2, I think this is the best looking game for fighting in general. They got it right with trying to do the character models in this game. Let me tell you, there is things with women in this game where they don't show legs at all, hardly. Damn. Oh my god. She has some nice hair. But with more costumes to come, I believe that they will update this. Also, Cetrion's almost nude too, so for all you pervs out there. Wow, is this even a costume that Melina has? Look at that. It's not even covering anything. What the hell is going on with Kitana's face? She looks like Michael Jackson. Hee hee, ow! Now that, my friends, is what Kitana should look like. Character models look really good. You could see the pores in them. You could see, you know, their facial expressions. Their costumes look great. And their moves look great. Gameplay elements from what they look like from clothes. I think they right now come off the bat with 3 different types of clothes that they could wear. I believe that they're gonna come out with more. They have been coming out with different. They did come out with other costumes from the Mortal Kombat League, and I think they're probably just gonna get more and more. I know Sub-Zero, they did a lot of fanfare because a movie is gonna come out, and they put the actor in Sub-Zero's skin right now. All the characters could be maskless too, and also have special costumes as well if you could find them in special gear. This game comes with a robust story mode. You're gonna spend several hours looking through the story, going through the story, different paths you could take, different characters you could use in certain situations. The story mode is very entertaining to me. A little bit cheesy because it's a fighting game, but it's good enough. The character models, the story looks great. The cinematics in this game look top notch. Thank you guys for giving this some fanfare. I know I'm playing a lot of fighting games throughout the years, and a lot of the story in fighting games has actually been really bad. To tell you the truth, it's like lackluster. I think neither one or Mortal Kombat has become a pioneer of telling a story in a fighting game and all that content. Just the story alone, I mean, if you could only just play the story alone in this game, you'd be satisfied. But you bought this fighting game for a reason, or you want to know about this fighting game if the fighting system's great. They changed up the elements in the gameplay in this game, in the fighting, the meat and potatoes. If you're looking for a great solid fighting game with a lot of variety, this is the game to get. Play Street Fighter V, Street Fighter 4, and it's still fun as heck, but it seemed like the variety wasn't there. I mean, it's always gonna be Ryu and Ken and Chun-Li, the same old. Hardly any new moves, and that's it. That's all the options you could do. Over here, the options are actually endless if you're willing to play casual. So, meaning that you could actually put additional moves to your character, non-tournament by the way, like having Sub-Zero have icicles thrown at. That was a special move that he never had that you could add into your character. Another thing is like having Cassie Cage work with her drone now. She has a drone that's so cool to play with and mess with while she's fighting you. Each character has actually 2 variations that are tournament based, but you could also change your variations for casual play. It's a little bit of a bummer that you can only use 2 variations that they choose for tournament play. I understand why they would do it. I know they'll probably have a 3rd variation for tournament play, but we'll just see in the future. But we're good with what we have now. Mortal Kombat always changes up the system in every game, I believe, and in this game is no exception. They veered off towards having a super meter that where you hit characters, it actually grows, or you block and then it grows. Now it's the same amount of time where you're guaranteed super moves over time. Your meter will always rise up to a certain time period. Doesn't matter how many hits you do, it's just how long you wait, which is fine. Like, it's a different kind of play style, but it's the same for everybody, and I believe that's a great for this game. One of the best things I like about this game is that's different from other fighting games are the super moves. Before Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 10, Street Fighter sometimes, and other games like also Soul Calibur 6, you don't really use your super too much. Like most of the times you like to use other moves that waste your super bar more than your supers. So you hardly ever get to use it, except for certain characters. And I really didn't like that because super moves look so cool that I always want to see them. In this game, however, you could use your super move in every game if you wanted to, if the opportunity rises. Always be available to you with the Fatal Blow system, which means that if your life hits at a certain point, I believe it's under 20%, then you get the Fatal Blow, which is just 2 buttons on the top, and then you do their super. And the Fatal Blow, the cinematics look great. I can't show you the cinematics here because it'll get blocked because YouTube thinks it's real violence. Just trust me on this one. You want to look at everyone's Fatal Blow, which is basically a mini fatality. In the super meter gauge, you have 4, 2 defensive, 2 offensive, and you could use them to the same moves for each character. They have different caveats to each of their moves depending on the character, but the type of moves are basically the same for each character. So each character has 1 wake-up attack that actually juggles, that has no armor, and 2, a special attack that gives you armor while you're knocked down if you use 1 special meter. Offensive meter is you basically do like a super version of your move. Like for example, Scorpion's Spear, you could use the offensive meter by just pressing 1 button while doing the spear move, which gives you actually an automatic, if you hit it, an automatic follow-up. Basically to extend combos for your character. You use 2 defensive bars, you could stop getting juggled, and it'll save you sometimes. The only thing to that is your defensive bar is wasted, so you have to wait for it to go up. Like I said, the system's a little bit different, but it's great to get used to, and it's equal for each character. No more is like characters that'll be great at gaining super meter compared to other characters. Next, the big one, fatalities in Mortal Kombat. How are they? They're great. 2 fatalities for each character. However, they're over 10, it seems like, for each character in brutality. Fatalities, they put always a different feel to each character. They're gruesome, they're realistic. YouTube blocks them too if you put them in there. Also, brutalities are mini fatalities too. They do throwback brutalities from Mortal Kombat 1 for some characters, and also new ones. So basically, they have like over 10 fatalities for each character. Mortal Kombat has something called a dial-in combo, where characters, where you do certain buttons and then the character will move. You get used to that because there's some overheads. They do overhead, high, low, mix up, and also frame data. And that's just their system. Their system is really solid. If you're expecting really like pinpoint accuracy like Street Fighter, it's a little bit slower than Street Fighter actually because of the dial-in combo, but it still flows smooth, and you get used to it. You want to hit to the big boys. You want to play online. How's this online in this game? Actually, they have one of the best net codes right now as of today. In September 2019, for any fighting game right now, they have one of the best net codes. I trust NetherRealm for their net code for their online play. Better than Street Fighter V, better than Soul Calibur, better than, I think, Dragon Ball. I haven't played Dragon Ball, but I think it's better than theirs from what people say. From my experience, net code is fantastic. Mwah! You can play against anybody. Find games fast because a lot of people play this game, and even though there might be a little bit of lag, it doesn't stop from the gameplay. I hardly notice the lag when I play, only on certain times, but it's not even that much, which is great. I wanted to do a negative on this game where a lot of games like Soul Calibur 6, while you're waiting for a match, you could practice with your character, but I can't put that in a negative in the game because of the netcode so great, because I hardly wait for a match. It comes in within less than 15 seconds usually. So it's not even worth it to try to practice with your character. Also, you can just go in training mode to practice. Netcode is top notch. I've been playing Combat League for a long time. Usually I would stop a game like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where the netcode was so bad that it was unplayable. Why would I even play someone online when I would always get mad because it was so slow, laggy? But in Mortal Kombat 11, no problem finding a match online. You'll have fun. One of the best parts about this game, speaking of online, is also the ranking system. I believe is really good. The reason why is because I find that when I pick a character in a fighting game and I practice with Cassie Cage since day one actually, I would start getting high ranked, and then when I would pick a new character, I would just get destroyed and it would be no fun trying to learn a new character anymore because I would always get matched with these high level people with my old character that I'm good at, and I just get destroyed with the character that I suck at, that I stopped practicing. Mortal Kombat 11, neither one fixed this problem, which is from Combat League, which is a great way to practice on your character versus people that are kind of in your category, your level with that character. So how Combat League starts is, you always start from level 0. Let me give you an example. The first Combat League, I started with Cassie Cage. I went up to the high ranks, got almost to Elder God. I still unlocked all the skin, and I got really good with her. For this Combat League, I wanted to learn about Devora, and I suck with Devora, man. I suck. I started with 0 and like 8 right when I first started, but I did start from the bottom again, so I could practice and get better and better with her. I'm still practicing with her. I'm still getting better with her. I'm starting to win matches now, but it seems that I do get picked with people who are in my level of playing field when I'm playing a new character in Devora. So I'm thankful for that. So every Combat League, I'm probably going to pick a new character to practice on and have fun with it. And that's what it should be, to have fun. I hated, like, I think it was in Street Fighter 4 where I leveled up with Sagat and I got to a high level with Sagat and I wanted to learn a new character, Dudley, and I would always get owned, man, because I was so high in the rank and it sucked. Mortal Kombat fixed that for us. Now let me tell you guys about the extra stuff that NetherRealm is great at. They put so much extra stuff in this game, it's ridiculous. Not only there's a full story mode that'll last you hours to play again and you wouldn't want to play it again, they also have different towers, the regular towers from regular games where you go up a ladder, but also you also have towers from unlocking costumes for different characters. So different towers, different situations. You're always updating towers every day, every week. So you can unlock some cool stuff for your character if you want to. Now the towers are kind of grindy, but that's okay. You could use AI. So you could make an AI character and have them fight for you. They're smart enough to win most of the time. And also you also have, if you want to play by yourself or give your AI a boost, they have actually items you could collect to actually have them heal life during a match or have an assist during a match. All that variety keeps you playing for more and trying to unlock good stuff. Now when I talk about unlocking costumes, they do have also a new crypt. You start with a new character. How you go is you go through Shang Tsung's island and there's a lot of Easter eggs in this crypt that different locations you could go, different places, like from Mortal Kombat 1 where you fought before. It's great fan service, and thank you NetherRealm for doing that. You unlock chests to gain more items. It's grindy because you have to use coins, but me being a casual gamer, I don't play too much, but I unlock so much stuff. Maskless stuff, costumes. I'm almost 100% at reaching achievements in this game. I never reached 100% achievements. I only have 2 achievements to go, and it wasn't because you paid more. Like I was remember scared because a lot of fighting games now they're having you pay more to get like costumes, to get that color that you want for your character. Right now, what I think is achievable in this game, you could go see if they have that. You could go see if they have that in the chests. You could go see if they have that in the towers that you can unlock for your character. It is grindy, but it's achievable. Like I unlocked so many characters and so many gears for the character that I want, and other characters I didn't have to pay a cent. and I like it that way. If you want it more faster, you could pay if you want, I think, but you don't need to. Honestly, I gotten all the stuff that I wanted just by playing the game. You get a lot of costumes for the character. They are just reskins, recolors for the character, but you get the color that you want, and a lot of them look really, really cool. The things that you really change besides the 3 costumes per character and the colors are the gear that they have. Each character has 3 gears, and you could just change that. You want Sub-Zero to have no mask on while playing? You got that. You want Katana to have a cool looking mask, or you want her off the mask? You got that too. Character designs look really, really well in this game. I like Katana because she looks really, really Asian in this game finally. Keep in mind that Mortal Kombat, especially 9, they didn't make their characters look really, really good, except for Jade. So thank you guys for making them look more beautiful. Now my attention span with games are really, really bad. I usually play games only for a couple hours, couple days, then I move on to the next one. Especially fighting games. I usually just play for a couple months and then I just quit and I just forget about it. You know, stuff happens, right? I just forget about it. However, in this game, for some reason, it keeps me going more and more. One is learning new characters and actually playing with a caliber of people that are in your league. Another one is the extra content that they put. They put so much extra content in this game, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, note, if you're new to fighting games or new to Mortal Kombat in general, don't be intimidated. They have a great, and I mean great, probably one of the best training systems they have in this game. They have the best practice. They even talk about in their training different characters, but not only different characters about their abilities and moves, but they also talk about frame data and how to read them, and that is great. That applies to all these fighting games now, and they explain it really, really well in this game. They explain their system really well, and they have examples about reading frame data and what they're talking about. It took me a long time to learn about frame data for all these games and how to punish, but this game, it really explains it really, really well, and that's why you should get it. What are my gripes about this game? It can't just be perfect, right? Yeah, there are some gripes in this game. One is, right now they're getting it a little bit better, but there are still some characters that are ridiculous top tier, and there are some characters that are ridiculous low tier that need a lot of work, but I'm sure they'll patch it in the end. The Collector. Please keep making Collector better. I never play him online, and I want to use him too, but he's just so bad right now. My other gripe is probably the stages are alright in this game. They even have like a real tournament stage that has the Mortal Kombat song in it, but I wish they had more stages too, more memorable stages. You could also use, I forgot to tell you, you could also use, part of the game is you could also use stage, like in Mortal Kombat X and Injustice, you could also use stage props to fight against by using your meter, but there's not enough of them, there's not a lot of them, and I think because they wanted to concentrate on just the fighting in general, which is okay, but I wish they had more props in stage which you could use. Another gripe in this game is the training. Yeah, they do tell you about each character and what their advantages are and what their moves are, but it seems like it was too short, to tell you the truth. A good one is like how to do combos with each character, like what good combos are for setups and everything. Special training for doing some combos is trying to learn a character. That's one of the minute gripes, because you could go on YouTube and look at the character yourself or test it out yourself in practice mode, but that would be fun if they had that. So, if you don't know by now, being a casual gamer, do I recommend Mortal Kombat 11? And that is absolutely yes. My verdict in this game, and this is compared to other fighting games that are in the market right now, my verdict on this game is I give it a 10 out of 10. Get this game. I'm not being paid to do this. Just get this game. If you're a casual gamer, you like fighting games like Mortal Kombat, just like fighting games, want to dip into it, have a fighting game that finally has a story, has great graphics, get this game. I got it on PS4. It's on Xbox One. It's also on the Switch, so you can play on the go. This game rocks. If you like the video, like the review, want to talk more about Mortal Kombat, Please like and subscribe below. I want to know also what you think about Mortal Kombat. Please leave it in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next review or next gaming session, next video. This is Brian from HappyFunnyGaming. Peace!